Now it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born to them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were beautiful, and they took wives for themselves of all whom they chose. The God told to himself, My spirit shall not strive with man forever, for he is indeed flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. The Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every intent of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, creeping thing and birds of the air, for I am sorry that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Noah was a just man, perfect in his generations. Noah walked with God. The earth also was corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence. So God looked upon the earth, and indeed it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted their way on the earth. The end of all flesh has come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood. Make rooms in the ark and cover it inside and outside with pitch. This is how you shall make it. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, its width 50 cubits, and its height 30 cubits. You shall make a window for the ark, and you shall finish it to a cubit from above, and set the door of the ark in its side. You shall make it with lower, second, and third decks. And behold, I myself am bringing flood waters on the earth, to destroy from under heaven all flesh in which is the breath of life. Everything that is on the earth shall die, but I will establish my covenant with you, and you shall go into the ark. You, your sons, your wife, and your sons' wives with you, and of every living thing of all flesh, you shall bring 2 of every sort into the ark, to keep them alive with you. They shall be male and female, of the birds after their kind, of animals after their kind, and of every creeping thing of the earth after its kind. 2 of every kind will come to you to keep them alive. And you shall take for yourself of all food that is eaten, and you shall gather it to yourself, and it shall be food for you and for them. Thus Noah did, according to all that God commanded him, so he did. Then the Lord said to Noah, Come into the ark, you and all your household, because I have seen that you are righteous before me in this generation. You shall take with you 7 each of every clean animal, a male and his female, 2 each of animals that are unclean, a male and his female, also 7 each of birds of the air, male and female, to keep the species alive on the face of all the earth. For after 7 more days I will cause it to rain on the earth 40 days and 40 nights, and I will destroy from the face of the earth all living things that I have made. And Noah did, according to all that the Lord commanded him. Noah was 600 years old when the flood waters were on the earth. So Noah, with his sons, his wife, and his sons' wives, went into the ark because of the waters of the flood. The villagers really mocked and laughed at Noah whilst he and his sons built the ark. Night and day cycle quickly in a time lapse. Clouds darken, winds pick up. Villagers in the distance laugh at the ark, pointing mockingly. Inside, Noah and his family prepare. Suddenly, on the 7th day, a sharp crack. The fountains of the great deep break open. Water bursts from the ground. The windows of heaven open, and rain crashes down. In the 600th year of Noah's life, on the 17th day of the 2nd month, all the fountains of the great deep were broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened, and the rain was on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. Noah's family clutches each other as the ark shakes, and groans under the rising waters. Outside, the landscape disappears under rushing waves. People pound on the ark's door, screaming. On the very same day, Noah and Noah's sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and Noah's wife and the wives of his sons entered the ark, they and every beast after its kind, every bird of every sort, and the Lord shut him in. The massive door closes with a deep, echoing boom. Silence inside. The ark lifts, rocking on swelling waters. Mountains vanish beneath wave. Trees are swallowed. Creatures and men alike disappear beneath the flood. Now the flood was on the earth 40 days. The waters increased and lifted up the ark, and it rose high above the earth. And the waters prevailed exceedingly on the earth. And all the high hills under the whole heaven were covered, 15 cubits upward. The waters prevailed and the mountains were covered. All flesh died that moved on the earth. Birds, cattle, beasts, every creeping thing and every man. All flesh died that moved on the earth. Birds, cattle, beasts, every creeping thing and every man, all in whose nostrils was the breath of the Spirit of life. All that was on the dry land died. So he destroyed all living things which were on the face of the ground. Only Noah and those who were with him in the ark remained alive. And the waters prevailed on the earth 150 days. Then God remembered Noah, and every living thing, and all the animals that were with him in the ark. And God made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters subsided. The fountains of the deep and the windows of heaven were stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained. At the end of 150 days, the waters decreased. Then the ark rested on the mountains of Ararat. Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. Then he sent out a raven, which kept going to and fro until the waters had dried up from the earth. He also sent out a dove to see if the waters had receded, but the dove found no resting place for the sole of her foot, and she returned. 7 days later, Noah releases the dove again. At evening it returns. In its beak, a small, freshly plucked olive leaf. Noah smiles with tears in his eyes. And in the 601st year, in the first month, the earth was dry. Noah removes the ark's heavy covering, stepping out onto the deck. Before him, dry land stretches to the horizon. Small green shoots push up through the earth. Go out of the ark, you and your wife, and your sons and their wives. Bring out every living thing with you, that they may abound on the earth, and be fruitful and multiply. So Noah went out, and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives with him. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and offered burnt offerings on the altar, and the Lord smelled a soothing aroma. I will never again curse the ground for man's sake, although the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. Nor will I again destroy every living thing as I have done. While the earth remains, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, winter and summer, and day and night shall not cease. So God blessed Noah and his sons and said to them, Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth. The fear of you and the dread of you shall be on every beast, every bird and every fish. Every moving thing that lives shall be food for you. I have given you all things, but you shall not eat flesh with its life, that is, its blood. For your life blood, I will demand a reckoning. Whoever sheds man's blood, by man his blood shall be shed. For in the image of God I made man. I establish my covenant with you, and with every living creature. Never again shall all flesh be cut off by the waters of a flood. Never again shall there be a flood to destroy the earth. This is the sign of the covenant. I set my rainbow in the cloud. When the rainbow is seen, I will remember my everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh. God values human life. Every life is precious because we are made in the image of God. God is a God of second chances. Though judgment came, God's promise shows his mercy and desire for relationship. God keeps his promises. The rainbow reminds us that God's word is true, He never forgets his covenants. Our part is to be fruitful, multiply and steward creation well. God's blessing calls us into responsibility, not just survival. In every storm, there is a promise waiting to break through the clouds. In every judgment, God leaves a way for life to continue. And in every generation, God invites us to remember, we are His, made in His image, living under His faithful covenant.